Welcome back to season two of the Courtside podcast. Thanks for joining me. I'm Kean Lee. In this week's video, we dive into all the primetime games from week number 6 of the NBA season, react to Kristaps Porzingis' first game back after missing what it seems like forever with a bad foot, discuss also about Anthony Edwards' injury, and a whole lot more. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, turn that post notification bell. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Woo! All right, before we get started, I just want to preface by saying thank you for the amount of love and support I have received. As many of you guys may or may not know, my grandfather passed away a couple weeks ago, and even though he passed away a couple weeks ago, I did a tribute post for him on Instagram. So I want to thank you guys, particularly to all my friends, for giving me all the love, the support I need. Thank you. It truly means the world to me, you know. But without further ado, let's get into the first game of the prime time games, kicking off week number 6. We got the Mavs and the Hawks. And honestly, looking at this game, man, this game got close. This game was going down to the wire, you know, as my screen will load up right now. All right. All right. Speaking of the Mavs and the Hawks, I mean, Kyrie led all scorers with 32 points. Jaden Hardy had 23 points. Najee Marshall had 22 points. PJ Washington had 11 points, and their bench was led by Spencer Dinwiddie with 22 points. Speaking of the Hawks, I mean, there's not a whole lot you could say about this game right now. I mean, Jalen Johnson went off with 28 points. Trey had 18 points. Dyson Daniels seems like a stud. He had 17 points. Clint Capella had 12 points, and the rookie was held to 5 points. Zachary Richey, despite having a +6, which is very odd. And their bench was led by Bogdan Bogdanovic with 18 points. Good things, Atlanta. Good things. Peeking at the next game, we got the Thunder and the Kings. I mean, honestly, honest to God, this game was a lot closer than people thought it was, but Thunder, it's what they do. But anyway, peeking at the Thunder box score right now, I mean, it looked, what can you say? All right. SGA had 37 points. Jalen Williams had 28 points. Isaiah Hartenstein had 19 points, and their bench was led by Kendrick Williams with 10 points. Actually, no, excuse me. Kendrick Williams and AJ Mitchell both led the Thunder bench in scoring. Kenrich with 10 and AJ Mitchell with 13. Peeking at the Kings, I mean, it was an absolute slugfest. I mean, DeMar DeRozan had 30 points. Domas Sabonis had 21 points. Keegan Murray had 14 points. De'Aaron Fox had 14 points. And their bench score was led by Malik Monk with 14 points. Okay. Peeking at the Tuesday games, we had a lot of fireworks in these Tuesday games because it was just absolutely electric. It was absolutely electric right now. Peeking at the Tuesday games, it was the Bucks and the Heat. This game was a lot closer than I anticipated would. Like I picked Milwaukee to win this game, but when you play against this Miami team, they're not gonna go down without a fight. Like that's just who their identity is. It's But anyway, picking up the Bucks side of things, Dame led all scores with 37 points. Brooke Lopez had 13 points. Torian Prince had 10 points. And their bench was led by Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton. Bobby with 11 and Pat with 10. Peaking at the Miami Heat, I mean, they were led by Jimmy Butler. He had 23 points. Bam Adebayo had 16 points. Tyler Hero is going nuts right now. He had 18 points. Duncan Robinson had 11 points, and their bench was led by Scary Terry with 17 points. Good stuff, Milwaukee. Good stuff. All right. Peeking at the next game, we got the Lakers and the Suns. And honest to God, when this big three is healthy, like you're gonna get hoed. Like that's all I gotta say. You're gonna get hoed. All right. But anyway, peeking at the Lakers side of things, I mean, AD had 25 points. LeBron had 18 points. Austin Reeves had 15 points. Their bench was led by D'Angelo Russell. I mean, there was nothing you could do at this point. Peeking at the Suns, I mean, like I said, when you play the big three, you're gonna get hoed. And right now, you can see they got hoed. I mean, Booker led all score. Booker had 26 points. Kevin Durant had 23 points. Bradley Beal had 23 points. Nurk had 12 points, and their bench was led by Grayson Allen with 10 points. Peeking at the next game, we got the Knicks and the Mavs, and honest to God, I look pretty dumb. I think I picked the Knicks to win this game or something, but like this game was just aggressive to start. I mean, look at this 15 points for the New York Knicks in the first quarter. Like, what is that? But anyway, peeking at the Knicks side of things, I mean, like I said, uh, Jalen Brunson had 37 points. Karl Anthony Towns had 25 points. Mikal Bridges had 20 points. And Josh Hart had 12 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench was non-existent. Peeking at the Mavs side of things, Najee Marshall was the leading scorer. He had 24 points. Kyrie had 23 points. Quentin Grimes had 21 points as well. PJ Washington had 19 points. And Derek Lively had 12 points. And their bench was led by, once again, Spencer Dinwiddie with 21 points. Picking at the next game, we got the Thunder and the Warriors. And honest to God, I gotta give props to Prosper. I know OKC won this game, but OKC Golden State fought hard in this game. They fought extremely hard in this game, especially towards like the end of the second half, towards the fourth quarter. Like they were in it. But anyway, peeking at the Thunder, I mean, SGA had 35 points to lead all scores. Isaiah Joe had 17 points. Isaiah Hartenstein had 14 points. And J-Dub had 13 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench was non-existent. That's all I got to say. Peeking at the Warriors side of things, I mean, Jonathan Kuminga led all scores with 19 points. Andrew Wiggins had 16 points. Brandon Pozensky had 12 points. Draymond had 10 points. And their bench was led by Buddy Hield with 17 points. I mean, Buddy's going nuts. Like, holy shit. All right. Peeking at the next game, we got probably like the most interesting game you think of when you think of primetime games, if you know what I'm saying. You know, we got the Knicks and the Hornets, and honest to God, like the Hornets, they might be good. Like they're not like a Milwaukee, Boston, Indiana. Like they're not talking to them. But the way this team has been playing, like this team looks rock solid, in my opinion. You know, peeking at the Knicks, I mean Jalen Brunson at 31 points, Karl Anthony Towns at 19 points, Josh Hart at 13 points, and their bench was led by Miles McBride, or as people like to call him, Deuce, with 14 points. If you get the Hornet side of things, I mean, Brandon Miller is a dog. He had 20 points, but took 25 shots. God damn. Josh Green had 15 points. Tidanje Salula Lon had 14 points, and their bench was led by KJ Simpson with 11 points. Next game on the primetime slot, we got the Cavs and the Hawks. And for some apparent reason, the Hawks had the Cavs number this year, which is really weird, you know? Like, I think the Cavs lost to the only team that's beaten the Cavs more than once is the Hawks, which is interesting, you know? It kind of reminds me a little bit of what's that team's name? I don't know. But anyway, peeking at the Cavs side of things, Darius Garland had 29 points. Evan Mobley has been balling, but he had 24 points. Donovan Mitchell had 12 points, which is kind of crazy. And their bench, I mean, their bench was non-existent. Peeking at the Cavs, I mean, what can you say? Trae Young had 21 points. Jalen Johnson had 20 points. Zachary Ricochet had a pretty solid game, like shooting wise. He had 11, but it was mainly their bench. I mean, their bench was led by DeAndre Hunter with 23 points. Onyeka Okongwu had 15 points. Bogdanovich had 10 points. I mean, this was an absolute slugfest. Peeking in the next game, we got what was it? The Pelicans and the Grizzlies. And honest to God, I look really stupid with picking the Pelicans as my dark horse this year, but man, these injuries are absolutely atrocious. I mean, peeking at the Pelican side of things, I mean, CJ had 30 points, 30 points. DeJounte Murray had 21 points. Trey Murphy had 21 points. Yvesi Missy had 16 points. I mean, their bench was like not that good. Peeking at the Grizzlies side of things, Ja had 27 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 23 points. Jalen Wells had 13 points. And their bench was led by Santi Aldama with 20 and Marcus Smart with 11. I gotta say though, this Pelicans team is. I don't want to say they're gonna be the most disappointing team this season, but right now it kind of does. Peeking at the next game, we got the Clippers and the Timberwolves, and honest to God, this game looked absolutely like I don't know what the right word is, but all I can think of is the word embarrassing. If you would, if you look at the box, if you look at the score, like what is that score? But anyway, peeking at the Clippers, I mean, James Harden had 20 points, Ivica Zubac had 16 points, Amir Coffey had 12 points, and their bench was led by Nick Batum with 12 and Kevin Porter Jr. with 17. Peeking at the Timberwolves side of things, Anthony Edwards had 21 points. Mike Conley had 13 points, and Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle each both had 11. And then their bench was led by Nikhil Alexander Walker with 12 points. Like this game was weird. The next game slated on the prime time slot, we had the Warriors and no, not the Warriors, the Thunder and the Lakers. And someone explained to me how in the hell did LeBron score what was it, 13 points in this game? Let's take a look at this. But anyway, peeking at the Thunder side of things, I mean, this game was not fun. You know, for the Thunder, SGA had 36 points on 28 shots. J Dub had 19 points. Isaiah Hartenstein had 11. Luke Dort had 14 points, and their bench was just nah. Peeking at the Lakers side, I think this was embarrassing. I mean, don't connect had 20 points. Uh, LeBron, AD had 15 points. So Braun had 12 points. Like, how does LeBron have 12 points in that game? I don't know. And Austin Reed had 11 points, and their bench was led by D'Angelo Russell with 17. Like, how is that possible? How do you hold LeBron to 12 points? Peeking at the Saturday games, I mean, there was only like one game this week, you know, thankfully. And that was the Warriors and the Suns. Game one between these two bitter rivals, I like to call them. And honestly, this game was a lot closer than people expected to be. Like I think I picked Phoenix to win this game, you know. But anyway, peeking at the Warriors side of things, Steph had 23 points with a +4. Andrew Wiggins had 18 points. Draymond had 13 points. Brand Pozinski had 12 points, and their bench was led by Jonathan Kuminga with 12 and Buddy Hield with 11. Peeking at the Suns, I mean, this game was just ugly. Devin Booker had 27 points. KD had 21 points, but he did have 3 blocks though. Grayson Allen was hooping. He had 17 points. Tyus Jones had 19 points, and their bench was led by Ryan Royce O'Neal. Honest to God, this game was a lot sloppier than I thought it was. And then moving on to the next game, we got a game that I did not expect it to be on the primetime game because those were those games I just named out were the primetime games, but I was wrong. We got the Celtics and the Cavs, and honest to God, this game was nuts. You know. Anyway, peeking at the Celtics side of things, I mean, this game was crazy. I mean, Jason Tatum had 33 points. Uh, Kristaps Porzingis had 21 points. Sam Hauser, excuse me, had 13 points. Um, and their bench, I mean, their bench was led other than Peyton. I feel like I'm saying Peyton Pritchard's name all the time. He had 24 points in this game. Like, dude, Peyton Pritchard's a dog. That's all I gotta say. Peeking at the Cavs, though, I mean, Donovan Mitchell went absolutely sensational. He had 35 points in this game. Darius Garland had 22 points, and their bench was led by Karis LeVert and George Niang, each with 13 points. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the primetime games? Let me know in the comments section below what your thoughts about. Without further ado, let's get into our next segment. So, our next segment is going to be something that I know a lot of you guys may not like, but I enjoy doing it, and that is reacting to sports players' highlights. In particular, we're going to be reacting to Kristaps Porzingis' first game back in the Celtics uniform. Keep in mind, this is his first game back after missing what seems like forever. You know, he did okay, but it is what it is. So right now, we're going to react to Kristaps Porzingis' first game back. Let's see, I have to pull up. All right. All right. Let's do this. Here we go. Here is Kristaps Porzingis. Let's do this. All right. I want KP. Oh, nice pass. I do say though, the Celtics jerseys are ugly this year. Their city jerseys are really ugly. Okay. Okay, Derek White. Oh, no, 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 not today. Oh yeah, KP. Oh yeah, KP. Oh, oh, just ripped it out of his hand. Oh my God. Oh, mismatch. Too small. Part too small, man. Oh, oh, that was. Oh my God, oh, that was nice, man. That was nice. So, what did you guys think of Chris Porzingis his first game back? I know I kind of like sounded like I was like dying or something, but still, that was crazy. That was a crazy debut. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is the talking portion of it, and we're gonna do briefly talk about Anthony Edwards' comments about the Timberwolves' slow start. If I could pull up my phone and see what he's actually said. Hold on. Anyway, so Anthony Edwards said, I have to think. He said someone in. He said, um, granted it was 4 days ago, but he said we soft as hell, just a bunch of little kids. All right, and I'm gonna play his post game interview when they play this. So take a listen if you. We thought this was, defense was our identity, and it's not looking like that. We don't know what our identity right now. Me and Mike was talking about. I think it's we soft as hell, like internally, like you know what I mean. Like not to the other team, but like internally, like we soft. Like, we can't talk to each other. Just a bunch of little kids, just like we playing with a bunch of little kids, like everybody, like the whole team. Just can't talk to each other, and we gotta figure it out, man, because we can't go down this road. So how y'all bring it together? So that was Anthony Edwards' post game interview. And honest to God, my immediate reaction is I mean, I am honest to God, all right? I am more shocked, if you would, about the Timberwolves than I am on other teams. Like for certain teams like the Suns, the Lakers, like they were gonna take a slow start because new coaching staff, new personnel here and there. But the Timberwolves, like outside losing Karl Anthony Towns, like they didn't change a whole lot during their roster. Like they brought back everybody except for Karl Anthony Towns. And right now, like I don't know, like they're in a mess. I know they won. I think yesterday they won against the Clippers, like I alluded to. But like right now, this team is not a championship level team. Like I know that sounds crazy considering they made it to the Western Conference Finals last spring, but like, and I hate using this word term, all right? Because I think I saw this on a comment. The problem is they're led by a kid, and that's Anthony Edwards. And I love Anthony Edwards, but you need to get a guy like an established veteran who knows how to win, like like a leader. That should be Mike Conley's job as a leader because as great as Ant is, and I know that Ant wants to be the leader, but Mike Conley needs to set the tone for this team in order for them to be succeed. I understand Anthony Edwards is young, he's feisty, but Ant's, like I said, Ant's young. He's very young. I think Ant's like what, 22, 21? I forgot how old Ant is. Let me look up his age, but he's like really young. Let's see. Okay, they're playing today. Ant is right now. Yeah, Ant's 23, man. You got to get a guy that's an established veteran and talk to these guys saying, hey, we got to play to our identity. All right. We got to play to our game, and that's playing good defense. Right now, their defense right now is ninth in the league. All right. And you may say, like, oh, that's really good, Kihoon. That's really good. Last time I checked, Minnesota have like a top three defense last year? Or am I tripping? All right. Now, do I think they could get fixed? Absolutely. It's like early November. It's like December. All right. If they continue this, probably in like March, April, then we'll have issues. But right now, it's like early, it's early in the season right now. They have time to gel. But for now, I think what Anthony Edwards says is facts. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the Anthony Edwards part of the segment? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, before we get to our next segment, I want to apologize for the ringing. Just ignore it. I don't know why it's ringing. There was a phone ringing earlier. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyway, now it's time to get into our courtside hierarchy rankings for week number 7. And obviously, a lot has changed in a week. Anyway, let's do this. All right. All right. Number 10, I'm going to go with the Lakers at number 10. They've been balling out. I will say though, Anthony Davis looks great. Braun is showing that little age. D'Lo seems to be popping up for the past couple of games. I'm going to give them at number 10. Number 9, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets. I know the Nuggets have been struggling as of late, but like this team still has the best player in the world, Nikola Jokic. I do think Jamal Murray is going to find a way to turn it around because he's struggling. Right now, I'm going to give the Nuggets a number 9. Number 8, I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns just because like this team right now is like when they're healthy, they're like a bunch of demons. Like Book, Beal, Durant. Like not much you can say about this trio. I do worry a ton about the center play of Yusuf Nurkic, but like, it is what it is. Number 7, give me the Dallas Mavericks. This team's been fighting hard, especially when they didn't have Luka. They hung in there. They played well. Kyrie's been balling. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Give me the Mavs at 7. Number 6, give me the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, the Milwaukee Bucks are in the top 6 right now. They've been crazy these past couple of games. They've on like what 6-game winning streak. All right. Dame is playing well. Giannis is playing well. It just has to wait until Chris shows up, and we'll see how it goes from there. But right now, they're number 6. Number 5, I'm going with the Rockets. Yes, yes, yes. I am 5. Actually, no, 5. I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors. Look, this team is off to a slow start again, but like they've been playing some rock solid basketball. Now their issue is closing out games. If they can keep a lead for a certain amount of games, they could be a top 4 seed. But for now, they're number 5. Number 4, actually no, I'm gonna put Milwaukee at 7. Number 6, I'm gonna go Orlando. Number 6. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Golden State at 6. Where's the Golden State logo? I'm gonna go Golden State 6. Number 5. I'm gonna go with the Orlando Magic. Like this team right now has been balling their eyes out. Like they've had some really good wins on their schedule. Now, granted, some of them have been with teams that have been unhealthy, but still, This team has been balling right now, and I gotta give credit where credit's due. Give me the Magic at number five. Number four, I'm gonna go with the Houston Rockets. This team makes me is by far the most surprising team so far in the season, especially considering they're very young, you know, but they are buying to Ime Udoka's system, which is, hard work and dedication. And this team right now looks really good. Number three, I'm gonna go the OKC Thunder. You know, like this team's been playing really well, especially without Chet as of late. They're playing really well right now. I do worry that they don't have a lot of size per se and are still very young, but like this team has been playing really well. Number two, I'm gonna go with the Boston Celtics. I mean, like they just got Kristaps Porzingis back, and I know they lost to Cleveland last night, but like this team looks great. Seems everybody is healthy, if you would. I would give them the number two spot. And number one, I think this is to no one's surprise. I am going to take the Cavs at the number one spot. I just think the Cavs, they've been far and away the best team all year. Darius Garland's playing well. Donovan Mitchell's playing well. Evan Mobley, despite that last game, has been playing really well lately. They're the number one team in the league right now. And that is my courtside hierarchy rankings for week number 7. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, so now we're going to get into our next segment of the show, which is going to be getting into our prime time picks. I'm going to go rapid fire here because I don't have a lot of time. But anyway, peeking at this next game, we got the Lakers and the Timberwolves. I'm going to take the Timberwolves. Just think the Timberwolves are balling right now, and I think they're going to bounce back. So give me the Timberwolves. All right. All right. Moving on, we got the Magic and the Knicks. I'm going to take actually Orlando in this one just because Orlando, like I said, has been balling out this year. New York, I mean, they've been okay, but like it is what it is. Give me the Magic. Up next, we got the Warriors and the Nuggets. Give me the Warriors. Warriors, I think, are the far better team. They have more depth than the Nuggets. Give me the Warriors. Next game, we got the Lakers and the Heat. Give me the Lakers right now. I do expect them to bounce back, Right now, give me the Lakers and then give me the Lakers. All right. I don't know why it's not clicking. All right. All right. Uh, Sorry if this is taking a while, you guys. My internet is not that good. So I have the Warriors here, Lakers here, Timberwolves and the Clippers. I am gonna take the Timberwolves in this one. I expect more scoring, like I said, but it is what it is. Next game, we got the Nuggets and the Cavs. I am actually going to take the Nuggets in this one. I'm going to take the Nuggets in this one. I just think, they have the best player in the world. Next game, we got the Rockets and the Warriors. Give me the Warriors. I do think Houston could keep it close, but I'm going to take the Warriors. And then finally, and then next up, we got the Bucks and the Celtics. I am going to take the Celtics just because they're the better team. I do expect Milwaukee to keep it close, but I'm going to take the Celtics. And then finally, we got the Timberwolves and the Warriors. Give me the Warriors to win this game. And so, what did you guys think of this week's episode? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. If you did, please get a like, subscribe, turn that post notification bell. I post every week. With that being said, have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay safe, stay warm, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.